This video is for the 12-year-old who has big dreams, who wants to achieve a lot, just like I did. I'm 19. I just turned 19 yesterday. And I'm in the military. I'm a dropout of college. I have started a business and I do content. I've done a lot of different things. I feel like I've lived like 7 lives and I'm just getting started. But I'm in a much better place than I was when I was in like middle school. I was moving around a lot. My parents are divorced. They were having a lot of fights. There was just so many different things going on in my life, but I was still able to sit down and figure out where I wanted to go. So this video is to kind of help you do the same thing if you're that age. Okay, this is some advice. Number 1, your family loves you more than your dream. You might have a huge idea for something that you want to accomplish in life, something that you're like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. How can I do this? Like, maybe you saw something on TV. Maybe you saw something that like somebody's doing around you. I don't know. And you're like, that's going to be me. That's what I want to do. And you get all excited. You run over to your family. You're like, hey guys, this is what I want to do. And they're like, that's not realistic. That's not something that we do here in this family. That's absolutely not. Because what do they see in that dream? They see a threat. They see something that's going to hurt you more than it helps you. And they probably don't believe that you're somebody who can actually follow through with the ideas that you do have. So my advice in this circumstance would be start doing your chores on time. Just start building up proof for yourself and for your family that you're somebody who can like learn well, keep your grades up, do good in sports, whatever's your thing, and then start to still work towards that. Okay? And maybe it's the smallest ways. Maybe they won't take you to the place, but maybe you can watch some YouTube videos about it a little bit more. Write down what you're learning. Make videos about it while you're doing it. If they let you have social media. And just be curious. Just be curious. And don't let what they say hurt you. I mean, it'll hurt. It'll hurt. But don't let what they say derail you. Okay, number 2. Your opinions matter and they might be wrong. You are awesome. You're so cool. Love you. But when you're 12, oftentimes you're getting bombarded with lots of different advice, even when you're an adult. You're getting a lot of different people's opinions, a lot of different things, just kind of like hitting you. And you don't always know what is right and what is not necessarily right? So you're going to try and say, like, this piece of this idea or this or this or this or whatever. And you might be wrong because you just don't have the full picture. And that's okay. What I want you to do is to start to listen in conversations, to learn, not to argue. Discuss. Don't try and beat people down with what you think is right. There's going to be so many different people that you meet in your life. You're just starting. Maybe next year in school, you're going to meet somebody who has lived in different countries, like a foreign exchange student or something like that. And they try to tell you something that happened in their country, and you're going to be like, no, I don't believe that. But it's true. It's their reality. That's something that happened to them. So don't try to force your way. Just try to be a little open-minded. Think. Of course, that doesn't mean when somebody crosses your boundaries. What's a boundary? A boundary is a line that you draw how you know somebody is being mean to you, how you know this is something that you will stand for. Like, here's an example of a boundary. This is kind of a silly one, but I don't wear red on Wednesdays. If your friend is like, oh, come on, no, just wear red. We're all wearing red, you know, da da da. No, I'm not doing that. As long as you have a good reason why you don't wear red. Okay, maybe it reminds you of something. I don't know, whatever. This is a fake idea. But, okay, here's a more serious example. I don't do drugs. I don't vape. I don't do any of that. Me at this age. If somebody were to come up to me and say, oh, just go, no, we're doing, no, I'm not, thanks so much for considering me, right? But honestly, if they're considering me, I feel like I did something wrong. Like, what's wrong with my reputation that you think that I would do drugs? Not saying that if you're somebody who does drugs, you're a bad person, but it's not something that I want attached to my name. So anyway, that's an example of a boundary. Learn how to set them kindly and respectfully. What is a boundary? It's an if-then statement, okay? If you force me to wear red on Wednesday, I'm not going to be your friend anymore. Or I'm not going to if I have to wear red to this event on Wednesday, I'm not going to the event. What does this say? This doesn't have anything to do with the other person. This isn't saying, if I wear red on Wednesday, if I wear red on Wednesday, da 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 da, you have to da da da. Like, that has nothing to do with them. It's about what you believe, what you're gonna take, what you're gonna accept into your life. I feel like that was a long-winded explanation, but yeah. Again, with drugs, if there's drugs at this party, I'm gonna leave. The end. If you try to force me to do drugs at this party, I'm gonna leave. Number 3, your friends won't be there forever. Don't center your life around them. In middle school, you're like, oh my gosh, these are my best friends. Like, we did sports together, we did all the things. And some of them will last with you into high school, into college, all the things. Some of them, very few. Sometimes none of them will. Me, I moved around all the time. So I was pretty much like always a new kid. But something that I learned is that it's extremely important to not center your life around your friends because they're all trying to do different things. You want to go to Hawaii, maybe, and they want to go to Italy. I don't know, hypothetically in life. And getting on the plane with them to go to Italy is not going to get you any closer to Hawaii. All it's going to do is waste your time and your money because you flew to Italy and now you're like, I don't even want to go to Italy. I don't even want to go to Italy, but I'm here. So now you have to fly all the way back and then you have to fly all the way to Hawaii. So be thinking about, is this the kind of people that I want in my life? If your friends are always trying to force you to do things that you don't want to do, they're not even your friends, realistically. And you need to be like, hey, this is my boundary. Because you've violated my boundary multiple times, I'm going to leave. We're not friends anymore. Find a way to say that if you need to. And if it's a great friend, but you're about to move and you're sad, be sad. It's okay. Maybe keep in touch if you want to, if you need to. Send letters if you want. That's a fun little way to do unique conversation in this digital age. Or just send Snapchats back and forth. I don't have Snapchat anymore. It's dying. Kill it in your generation if you want. Anyway, feel free to use it though if you want. Yeah. So just let your relationships flow. Don't force anything that doesn't need to be there. Okay? Try a lot of different things. Try so many things. Try art class, try theater, Try three different types of sciences if you can. Try math that's harder than you thought you could do, but then you're gonna learn how to do awesome hard math. Like, what? That's a bonus. And I know you're like, ugh, what is she even talking about? Girl, or boy. Try a lot of things. You never know what you're gonna learn how to love. Something that I really liked in school was business classes. This was more when I was in high school. So when I was like 13 through 17, 16. Try all the different things. I did yearbook. Yearbook was one of my favorite classes because I learned how to do broadcast, and it was just some really awesome stuff. That's how I learned that I wanted to do film. And then I started a business where I do content for businesses, and I make passion projects, films, videos, awesome stuff with my friends now. Like that's my whole life pretty much. And so that happened because I tried a lot of different things. When I was a little kid, I wanted, like really little, I wanted to be a fashion designer. And I wanted to be a missionary. I still want to be a missionary, but in a different way. It's digital missionary work. But anyway, but also traveling. Oh, wow, I dropped my pin. Also traveling to different places and different things. But yeah, try a lot of things. Don't get stuck into a rut where, okay, your parent wants you to be a doctor, so the only thing you ever learn how to do is science, which that's awesome. But even doctors do other things. Even doctors, I know it might be like crazy to think about at this age, but they have free time. They have a little bit of free time at least, where they're like, okay, well, I don't have any patients to serve right now. What else am I gonna do? Are they gonna go to a restaurant? Are they gonna go to a play? Like, figure out what you like outside of school. Have friends that you can go ride skateboards with, like whatever you need to do. Just diversify, meaning have a lot of different things that you do. Don't limit yourself. You're young. You have a lot of time to bounce back. Even me, I have a lot of time to do a lot of different things. So when you find something you love, don't take no for an answer. This kind of goes back to the first point where it's like your family loves you more than your dream. And sometimes you have a dream and you're like, okay, this really fulfills me. This really fills up my heart. Like, I really love this so much. I'm able to help people. And it might not just be your family. It might be your teachers, other adults in your life, or even your friends, where you're trying to kind of make an opportunity. You're like, okay, what can I do here? And they're kind of shooting it down. Don't take no for an answer. When you find something that just, like I said, lights that spark under you, keep trying, keep trying, keep trying. Do not stop. I repeat, do not stop. Okay? There's going to be some days where it's harder than others. Just do the smallest thing that's going to progress you in the direction that you want to go. Do not stop. Do not stop. If you want to get really strong and become a coach and do fitness stuff, go to the gym, run, eat healthy, whatever you need to do to progress yourself in that direction, okay? And with that same vein, find a mentor who has a similar life that you want to live and listen to them. This could be your teachers. This could be somebody on YouTube. This could be a youth pastor. This could be your friends' parents. This could be your aunts, your uncles. This could be your parents if they live that life that you want to live, right? But really listen to them. And sometimes also your mentors are wrong in regards to you. What they did worked for them, but sometimes like one or two things isn't going to work with you. So just kind of, again, listen to learn, have those conversations where you're not arguing, but you're just like trying to figure out how they figured it out, if that makes sense. Yeah. Read your Bible. Love you. I believe that you're going to get where you need to go. I'm proud of you. Yeah. Bye.